Today I'm going to be buying 2 dividend stocks to add to my portfolio. Now the 2 companies that I'm going to be buying are both ones I already have within my dividend portfolio, but I do want to increase my exposure to these companies and to the sectors that they represent as well. Usually what I do is I do all of my month's investment in one go, and I do it after I get paid. But I've been kind of wanting to add to these positions for quite a while now, and they've not really been at a good price. And I've noticed them come slightly down recently, so I kind of just want to grab that opportunity whilst I can. So I'll share which companies I'm going to be investing into, and then after that I'm going to jump over to my Interactive Brokers account and actually do the investing live. The first stock that I'm going to be picking up today is BAE Systems. With everything that's going on right now, defence budgets are being increased, and BAE Systems is going to be one of those companies that benefits from that. I saw an article recently on the Times, which I'll try and put up on the screen now, but it said that BAE Systems was really posed for an upcoming strong year, with £28 billion worth in orders. And if you watch my recent live stream where I spoke about my own portfolio and how I was looking to rebalance it, you'll know that one sector that I wanted to put some more into was the defence sector. And at the moment, BAE Systems is the stock that I have that represents that sector. So I was really eager to sort of get my hands on some more of this stock. But the problem was it's been doing really, really well recently, and it just kept going up, and I was kind of holding back, not necessarily trying to time the market, but I didn't want to pay too much for it either. So I've just been keeping my eye on it, and it's dropped recently, so I'm trying to grab it whilst it's hot. Let's go year to date. You can see that they've had an absolutely fantastic year to date. If we look at 6 months, you can see that there wasn't an obvious buy-in time, it kept doing well. And then recently it's dipped quite low compared to the last 6 months. It's at its lowest price over the last 6 months. If I was better and I tried harder to time the market, then I probably would have picked this up on Friday the 11th. But today is Wednesday the 16th, and I'm going to be investing into some today. I don't really feel like the difference between this point and this point is extreme. I'm not really feeling like I'm missing out. I was basically just waiting to see it dip lower than what I was seeing up here, just so I can get more for my money, really, because I do feel like this is a stock I want for the long term. So little, week to week price movements, they don't really bother me too much. But of course, if there is a bargain, I want in on it. And if we max it out here, you can see that they've had, since 2020, they've had an absolutely fantastic run here. And you can't quite see it on this image here, but they've just had a dip recently. And for those of you who don't have BAE Systems in your portfolio or just don't know much about them, they are a dividend paying company that pay twice a year. Currently, their dividend yield sits at around 3.5%. And if we just take a look here, you can see that they've been increasing their dividends since 2011. So that's a really, really strong picture. And I think that it's going to continue. They're getting good earnings, good profit. Their forecast looks good. Their fundamentals look pretty strong. And yeah, with everything that's happening right now, I don't really see them losing business, if you will. It's really unfortunate, isn't it? Because they're technically profiting off of anxiety over war, and that's really sad. But yeah, it's definitely a strong dividend stock by the looks of this. You can see here that they pay in November and in June, November the 30th. I will get some payment in November the 30th from dividends because I already hold this stock, but I won't be getting the dividends from the investment I'm going to make today because the ex-dividend date was the 20th of October, meaning that I had to invest before the 20th of October in order to receive the payment on the 30th. So I'll get some, but I won't be seeing this until June next year. So hopefully by that point I would have enhanced my position in this company even more than I am currently. The next purchase that I'm going to be making in a minute is Diageo. And if you didn't know, Diageo are a global beverage company producing some absolutely massive brands. And just like I was saying with BAE Systems, I want to increase my position and my holdings of Diageo and also the sector that it's within. That's really important to balance my portfolio out a little bit more. Over the last 5 years, their revenue has gone from 12.1 billion to 15.5 billion, which represents a growth of about 5% per year. I think when it comes to Diageo, they're seeing these really stable and good revenues, and that's because they are manufacturing brands that people absolutely love and people really trust and have for a very long time. They've got that real brand loyalty with their consumers. And it seems like no matter what the economy's doing, people are still purchasing alcohol, and it kind of is a consumer staple in a way, because even when the economy goes down, companies like Diageo are still tending to do really well. And this gives them some pricing power. They're able to, put their prices up even in times of high inflation and possible recessions, and that means that they can still make profit. And of course, as a result of this, the knock-on effect to the shareholders is that they're seeing increased dividends and stable dividends, and also the share price tends to do quite well as well. So let's just take a look at how they've been doing. Over the past 6 months, they're down by 5.66%. Year to date, 11.1%. And then if we look at 5 years, you can see that they're up by nearly 42%. Now, when I was having a look into the stock performance of Diageo, I was thinking that this is all just me thinking out loud, by the way. This is not proven in any sense, and this is not financial advice whatsoever. But I was just thinking it makes sense for a company like Diageo that are producing alcoholic beverages to do particularly well over Christmas and the holiday season, because people buy that sort of thing and they buy it in bulk at Christmas time, and these companies are going to be the ones that profit. So I kind of wanted to put that theory to the test a little bit. So I was just having a look, and I was having a look at what's happened to this stock between November and January sort of time for every year. So if we just look at 2018, so 2018 in November was here, and then January was this sort of time. So we saw an increase, a bumpy increase, but an increase nevertheless. And then again in 2019, let's have a look. November is here, January is here. Again, a bumpy increase, but an increase. 2020, November's here, and the new year is there. So again, an increase. And just one last look. Let's take a look. November is here, and then January is here. So again, an increase. It peaks and then it comes back down after Christmas, it seems like. That is not to say that that's going to happen again. I just feel like if there is a time that I'm going to buy this stock, I want to buy it when it's going to be a good time to buy and it's not going to be overvalued. To be honest, I could even be overthinking this, because my plan is to have these companies in my portfolio for a very long period of time. So these little price movements, they don't really matter too much, especially if you're just following like pound cost averaging into the stock. You're not trying to think about like the best time to buy too much. The thing is with my investing today is that I have a little bit of spare cash and I don't really just want it sitting there. I want to put it to work. So I was looking at some opportunities that may be out there that I could actually grab. And Diageo and BAE Systems seem to be those up for grabs for me right now. Like BAE Systems that we just saw, Diageo are also a biannually dividend paying stock. So they'll give you the interim payment and the final payment. Currently their dividend yield sits at 2.1%, which is it's one of the lowest in my portfolio. But equally, what we can see is that they have just been absolutely nailing this on the head in terms of dividend growth investing. They've been able to increase their dividends year on year on year since, it says 2006 here, 2006, 2007, which is fantastic to see. And if that carries on, they are really on track to become one of the leading dividend growth companies that we have here in the UK. Diageo are paying in October and in April. So like we just saw with BAE Systems, I'm not going to see the benefits of this time around because I needed to invest. Well, October's gone, so that wasn't going to be an option. But I'll see the fruits of my labour come April next year. So BAE Systems, let's click on it. And we're going to click buy. Now I want to do a market order, and the amount of shares I want, I've written it down here. So I want 6 shares, and that should be around £45. Yep, 45.85, perfect. So I'm just going to preview that order and make sure it all looks good. So I'm buying 6 shares at this price for them shares. Little bit of commission there, so the total is going to come to 46.90. And we can see that my current position is 5. I'm picking up 6 more shares, so I'm going to have 11 shares of this company after this goes through. So let's transmit that order. This is always so exciting. I absolutely love doing this. I wish I had unlimited money so I could just do this all day, every day. I mean, if that was the case, I probably wouldn't have time. I would maybe just buy like ETFs. The next one is Diageo. Where is it? Am I going blind? Ah, there it is. So let's buy some more of this one. Again, I'm going to go with a market order. The amount of shares I want for this is 2 shares because it's a little bit more expensive per share than BAE Systems. So I've written down that should cost me about 73. Okay, 72.91, and it's changing all the time. Again, let me just preview this just to make sure in case I've clicked like too many zeros and I'm suddenly putting my whole life's worth into this one stock, which I'm not going to do. So 72.73 for 2 shares, bringing it up to 73.82 with that bit of commission. Let's transmit. How exciting. Woohoo! When it comes to the commissions, what I tend to try and do is make larger investments in one go, because that commission of £1 or whatever you just saw, I'm on a plan that it stays the same no matter really what amount of order I'm making, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, I just had some spare cash and I just wanted to put it to work whilst these prices looked good. So I'm pleased with this, and yeah, I'm just honestly so excited about this portfolio. I know it's really small still, but just building this dividend portfolio is giving me so much encouragement and motivation to continue investing, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So yeah, that was another little invest with me. I will be making these every single month, so if you are at all interested in dividend investing, please consider subscribing to the channel. And yeah, just thank you for all your support, and I'll see you in another video very shortly.